Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and here we have the second video of the week using this week's Nail Team glitters of the week. And in this set I've used my absolute favourite glitter from the Mythical Collections. So if you'd like to see which glitter that is and how this set was created, please keep watching. So I'm working on Ebony, my Elena hand for this set. The tips are all applied, and from the Gems acrylic range I will be using, surprise surprise, crystal clear acrylic. I'm also going to use a little bit of a pearl. This is the beautiful soft pink shivery cover acrylic. And my favourite from the Mythical glitters, we have got Pixie. This is sort of a lavender turquoise chameleon glitter. It is beautiful, and I'm also going to be using the purple unicorn powder from Perfect Nails. Final finishing touch are these blue butterfly decals from the Decal Queen. So I picked out the purple sort of unicorn chrome to go with the purple in the glitter, and the blue butterflies to go with the blue. So here I'm just sort of lining up which of the butterflies I want to use. I've got my little sponge which I've sprayed with water, and then I'm just going to cut out the decals as close to the actual image as I can, and then sit them on that sponge and put them to one side so that they are ready to use when I need them in the design. Which hopefully they shall appear any minute now. There we go. How's that for timing? So the tips I've used in this video are the Gems stiletto tips, and I've just cut them down for a more sort of medium length tapered square for this set, just because. So I'm starting off, and I'm going to do my thin clear base using crystal clear acrylic on all of these nails before we get going with the design. So again, I wanted the focus of this design to be the glitter, so I've kept it as quite a simple design, just using sort of the glitter and cover acrylic to do sort of a glitter ombre on a couple of the nails. And I really like these butterfly decals, and I thought they were a nice blue that went nicely with the glitter. But I absolutely love Pixie. I love it in all of the Mythical Collections. It's such a beautiful colour, really nice one going into winter for sort of those icy nail designs, but I just love it. I love the shift of that sort of the lavender and the turquoise. It's a really pretty one. So we're going straight in now with the glitter, because I'm going to do my ombre where the acrylic sort of just comes up over top, so it looks like that glitter is just coming out from underneath. So I'm applying it at the tip, and then I'm just fading it down the nail. I ended up with a bit more of a harsher line than I would have liked. I didn't really fade it out as well as I normally would, but I actually quite liked it because pearl can be applied to be quite sheer in places, and you've just got that sort of pinky sparkle on top. I did quite like it in the end, but when I first sort of was filing the nails, I thought, oh, I didn't really fade these out very well, but as the design was finished, I loved it. On the ring finger, I'm going to do a full glitter nail. So as always, I start off with a smaller bead at the cuticle so I can get it nice and neat, and then we'll start adding more as we go down the nail. And I did just fade it out slightly, so it wasn't as full a coverage at the tip as it had been nearer the cuticle. I do like doing that with glitters. You know, sometimes I like to really pack it on so you've got full coverage and no gaps, but sometimes I do like having that sort of glassy see-through look to parts of the nail. To be honest, it just depends on what sort of mood I'm in and what glitter I'm using, but I thought it would really work with this one. And then on the pinky, I'm doing exactly the same as I did on the index finger, and we're going to be doing that sort of glittery ombre. This is probably the nail that I was least happy with this one I didn't fade the glitter as well as I could, or feather it, so it was much more of sort of a straight line of glitter. But as I said, the set grew on me, so yeah, it all came alright in the end. You know, we're all very critical of ourselves. We're our biggest critics. So, you know, certainly for me, the smallest of imperfections I will really focus on. Sometimes I think we all need to give ourselves a little bit more love and focus on the good things and not the bad things. And I think we are our own worst enemies when it comes to doing that. I can find the good in everyone else's work, everything else, but in my own I just focus on the imperfections. And I do think sometimes I need to be a bit kinder, and I'm sure we all feel the same. Once that glitter is set, because we don't want to be moving it around, we're going in with that beautiful pearl. I absolutely love pearl. It's got that beautiful shimmer, and as I said, it can go slightly more transparent in places, so you could see the colours of the glitter through. And to begin with, I thought, do I want to add a bit more pearl so that I sort of disguise that line more, but I chose not to. And to be honest, by the end of the video I was really happy with that, so it's fine. On the middle finger, I'm going to do a full nail of pearl acrylic, just keeping this thin, sort of painting it on, because we're going to add some chrome on top to give it sort of a pinky purpley shift. Also going to be adding the decal, so it all needs to be encapsulated. So this is just there for background cover, or colour should I say. And then on the pinky, exactly the same, doing the ombre. So I applied the bead on this one nearer that line because I was trying to add a little bit more coverage to disguise it, but in the end it just ended up looking very much like the index finger. And then a little touch more at the cuticle, and then just blending it down. I added more glitter than I would normally, because I always find I bring the cover acrylic up further and I hide more of the glitter than maybe I want to, whereas I really wanted a lot of glitter on show. But yeah, I do like it. So now going back to the middle finger, I'm going to do I've just done a wash of clear acrylic, and now I'm just with my wet brush picking up some of that chrome and then just patting it in, sort of applying it onto that wet acrylic. Didn't worry about it fully covering the nail, I just wanted sort of that purpley pink sort of shift to match in with the glitter. And now I'm going back in with a wash of clear acrylic onto this, and we're going to apply the butterflies. So you can see I brought them back into shot, they've been off the side on the table. We're going to slide them off of the backing paper, and by having them on the sponge and not immersed in water, there isn't as much excess water on them. If there is, you can just sort of pat them out on a little towel, or I sometimes just do it on the back of my hand, slide off the backing paper and then gently pat them down onto that wet acrylic. I do let it semi-set. I find if it is just applied and still very wet, there's more chances of the decals smishing and tearing, so let it set slightly. And this is the design laid down. So now this needs to be capped in clear acrylic, build up the apex and all the structure, and then I'm going to file them to shape, neaten them up, straighten up the sidewalls, free edge, refine and smooth out the surface of these nails, ready for our finishing touches, which should be coming just about now. So here they are, all freshly filed. Well, not that fresh, I probably filed them a couple of days before I finished filming this, but you know what I mean. We're going to give them a good clean over, get rid of any dust or fluff, and I'm loving how these are looking, but I just needed to add a little touch more to these. So I've got these iridescent pearls from the Nail Team. This is in the Tanzanite mix. They have 10 or 11 different coloured mixes. They are beautiful. I highly recommend them. I'm going to just add them onto my glitter ombre nails. So I've just done a little dot of glue. And then I've picked out sort of the medium size pearl and the smaller size pearl, and I've just done one and then the other in a little line, just to add a little something extra. I've really loved this finishing touch, but now it is time to wake this design up. that final finishing touch that all of the sets need, and that is bringing in the one and only Miss Tina top. And we're going to top coat all of these nails. I'm going to get my brush right up to those pearls without going over top of them, really get top coat in any little nooks and crannies, and then just top coat the rest of those nails. I love the background to that nail, sort of that shimmery pink base with that purpley unicorn. I just really love how, as it catches the light, it's different colours, and I think it sort of pulled the colours from the glitter into that nail really nicely. It was very much a, oh, I'm just going to do that sort of last minute decision when I was getting things out for the nail, but I'm really glad I added the chrome on top. So I've top coated all of these nails, and I did just swipe my brush underneath the ring finger, just where it's a little bit see-through in places, just to really make it glossy. And then in the lamp for a 60-second cure, and this design is finished. I love it. I'm getting full winter vibes with this one. It probably was a design I could have left for another month or so, but I think it's really pretty. Maybe sort of wintry bride. You could miss out the decals if you prefer and do maybe a few more crystals, but I am getting quite wintry vibes, wintry bride vibes from this set. But I loved it. I loved both of the designs again this week, but this one does just take it as my favourite. Now obviously if you were doing this design on an actual real hand, you'd want to finish off with your cuticle oil, but Ebony doesn't need that. She does not look after her cuticles, but that's another story. Anyway, we've come to the end of this week's videos, which means this week's colour and glitter of the week are nearly over, but there is still time to get them at that reduced price if you like the look of them. So do head over to the Nail Team website, and you can get all the products I've used there, bar the decals, which are from the Decal Queen. And don't forget, on full price products at the Nail Team, you can use Helen 5 for 5% off. And don't worry, if you miss out on colour and glitter of the week whilst they're on offer, you can use my code for 5% off. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, leave me any comments down below, and if you've not done so already, please click that subscribe button. Product links and details will be in the description box, but that is it for me in this video. I will be back next week with a brand new glitter and colour of the week. So I hope to see you then. Bye! Mwah.